Fans of Stranger Things have speculated about Will Byers' sexuality and whether or not he is gay. Stranger Things 3's third episode, titled The Case of the Missing Lifeguard, drew even more attention to the fan theory. Along with this, we'll also delve into Season 4 and everything you need to know about the upcoming season. Stay tuned for all the inside, juicy details. This character on Stranger Things is gay? Noah Schnapp, who plays Will Byers on Stranger Things, has spoken out about fan suspicions that his character is gay. Will's sexuality has been a source of speculation since Season 1, and in Season 3, Will's friend Mike seemed to corroborate the rumors when he said, "It's not my fault you, Will, don't like girls." However, Schnapp has stated that nothing is set in stone for the character, implying that Will's extended stay in the Upside Down may indicate that he isn't as mature as his Hawkins classmates or ready for romantic relationships. Schnapp told The Hollywood Reporter, "Some people view it as Will may be gay, asexual, or anything. Or, as I see it, he was trapped in the Upside Down for so long that all of his buddies began to grow up while he was in this other realm. When he returned, everyone had grown up, but he was still a little kid who wanted to do little kid things like play D&D, Dungeons and Dragons." He continued, "He wasn't ready to deal with his adulthood and start dating, so I believe Will's going through something similar right now." Continued, "I read the first 4 screenplays and they're great." The actor added, "I'm excited to see where they take the rest of the season." Season 4 details Stranger Things. It's been a long time coming, but we now have an approximate release date for Stranger Things Season 4 on Netflix. With the streaming service confirming a summer 2022 release date, there's still more to look forward to. To commemorate Stranger Things Day on November 6th, the day Will Byers originally went missing in Season 1, Netflix has published a new Stranger Things trailer and unveiled the episode names for Stranger Things Season 4. The Hellfire Club was already known to be the title of the first episode, but now the names of the remaining 8 episodes have been revealed, with fascinating chapter titles like Vecna's Curse and The Massacre at Hawkins Lab. Meanwhile, the new teaser offered further details about Season 4, stating that it'll start up 185 days after the previous season, showing Eleven adjusting to her new home in California, as well as nefarious government figures and a major explosion. Earlier teasers showed Eleven being restrained by an unknown character and the rest of the gang visiting the Creel Mansion, which used to be owned by a character played by Freddy Krueger legend Robert Englund. So there's a lot to look forward to. Cast of Season 4. The Stranger Things group has grown and suffered a few casualties over the last several seasons, but we expect to see all the core characters return for Season 4. 11, Millie Bobby Brown, Mike, Finn Wolfhard, Lucas, Caleb McLaughlin, Dustin, Gaten Matarazzo, Will, Noah Schnapp, Max, Sadie Sink, Steve, Joe Curie, Nancy, Natalia Dyer, Jonathan, Charlie Heaton, Robin, Maya Hawke, Joyce, Winona Ryder, and Hopper, David Harbour will star in Stranger Things Season 4. Caleb McLaughlin, Lucas, Sadie Sink, Max, Gaten Matarazzo, Dustin, and Joe Curie, Steve Harrington are among the cast members who are posted behind-the-scenes images from the set. It's also no secret that Hopper will be back, since we know he didn't die in Season 3. Burning questions we need answered in Stranger Things Season 4. Stranger Things fans are already looking forward to the show's comeback after the way Season 3 ended. Though the heroes were able to prevent the Mind Flayer from taking control of Hawkins once more, things will never be the same. Some characters have left the show, the gang is split up, and new threats are on the horizon. Fans are desperate for answers to these pressing questions, which remain unsolved following the Season 3 conclusion. Keep watching to hear some of the burning questions we desperately need answered in the upcoming season. What happened to Eleven's powers? Regardless of the huge threats the crew has faced thus far in the series, they've always had their secret weapon. Eleven and her abilities have been used by the gang numerous times. The heroes are more vulnerable than ever after the devastating realization that their powers have vanished. It's an intriguing development, but there are a lot of unsolved questions. Is it possible that the Mind Flayer is taken her abilities? Is it now capable of opening the gateway, for example? What's more, how will she reclaim them so she can save the day? Are there more kids like Callie and 11? The fact that 11 was labeled with the number 11 suggested that she wasn't alone. Callie aided in the confirmation of that notion, therefore the next obvious issue is, where are all the rest of the kids? It's possible that 11 and Callie are the sole survivors, but if the program is hesitant to bring Callie back, a new super kid might be introduced to the plot. It would be fascinating to learn about new abilities, and they could even form a mini X-Men squad. Is Hawkins the only place that can access the Upside Down? The Upside Down appears to be a shock to everyone involved when we first learn about it in Stranger Things Season 1. In actuality, 11, played by Millie Bobby Brown, is the one who accidentally opens the portal to the Upside Down. We do know that in Stranger Things Season 1, Chapter 6, the monster, Dr. Brenner, Matthew Modine, sends 11 in to make contact with the Demogorgon. It's never revealed how he knows about the Demogorgon, but he obviously does. Now we simply need to figure out why Hawkins, Indiana was chosen as the location for this secret lab. Of course, the explanation could be as easy as the existence of a secret government lab in Hawkins, Indiana, which no one would suspect. Where are the remaining test subjects? 11's name came from the number 011 tattooed on her arm. Brenner's method of keeping track of his lab subjects was cruel. Stranger Things Season 2 introduced us to Callie, who was wearing a 007 on her arm. We know the tattoos aren't random because she has similar abilities as 11. This implies that there are at least 9 other persons with special abilities. Did they just make it out of the lab as 11 did? Brenner's security precautions appear to be inadequate, but what do we know? The other subjects have a few fan ideas floating around, and we know they're addressed in the Stranger Things comics. The comics, on the other hand, were released after the series had begun, with the exception of Patient 001. One of the comics writers, Jodie Hauser, told Gizmodo that she was given mostly free freedom of what they could include in the comics about the other patients. They were told they wouldn't be able to do anything with that subject. Naturally, this piques our interest even more. What is the identity of number 001, and when will we discover more about them? What are the Russians up to? The human villains of Season 3 were Russians, as was the case in many 80s films. The Russians made for interesting bad guys who look hell-bent on bringing something out of the Upside Down, relying heavily on the Cold War era and more than a little from Red Dawn. What are the Russians trying to achieve, given how deadly these creatures are to the rest of the world? Is it possible that they're attempting to use the Demogorgon as a weapon, or do they have more knowledge of the Upside Down? What else lives inside of the Upside Down? Despite the fact that the Upside Down is such an important component of the program, we still know very little about it. Characters have visited the Upside Down and returned alive, but they have learned nothing about it. It's solely the Mind Flayer's habitat, or are there other creatures there? Will we see an even more terrifying creature emerge from the Upside Down now that the Mind Flayer appears to be on his way out? Or will our heroes have no choice but to leave their planet and carry the fight to the Upside Down for good? Where has Callie gone? The episode Lost Sister, in which 11 encounters Callie, a girl who was a part of the same experiment as 11, was one of the most polarizing moments in the series. Callie has unusual powers as well, which she employs to find the perpetrators of their cruelty. Given how divided fans were about Callie's participation, it's no wonder she hasn't returned yet. However, that's a significant story thread to leave hanging. Will she be able to track down 11 once more? Will she be the one to entice Brenner out of his hiding place? And there you have it, everything you need to know about the Stranger Things character that may very well be gay, along with some important details surrounding Season 4 and some burning unanswered questions we need answered in the upcoming season. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Are you going to be tuning into Season 4? What do you think we'll see go down? Will it be the final season? Who knows? But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.